It's v.h.s.x. What do you mean?
Alright everybody, welcome back. I wanted to talk about a follow-up video that was made from Flats that was suggested by a few of you guys, so shout out to DJ Alex and shout out to somebody else who also suggested this. This was SpyUA as well. So shout out to both of you for suggesting this one. I'm pretty excited because, as you guys know, I do actually post Rivals content, and go ahead and subscribe to it. It'll be linked in the description and at the end of the video as well. The end screen will have the channel as well, and you can go ahead and start watching that kind of content as it comes up with Rivals related stuff. But when it comes down to Flats' take on DBD, that video's already been posted on the actual on this channel here. But I wanted to go ahead and cover this and actually cover a couple of talking points because it's quite a long video. Original video also in the description, but I'm just gonna cover a few things. So first thing I wanted to talk about was this part.
I think I saw at its peak it had over 3 million views on Twitter, which is just a bad time. And the amount of people that were like coping with each other, like, I can't believe there's no nuance in this, because who the f has nuance? Well, you see, in my stream conversation, I'm going to have complete nuance on the conversation as I talk about Dead by Daylight for 2 hours. No, someone asked me, do I play the game? I said, hell no, game has a f***ing reputation. And there's a reason why that clip goes so viral, is because the reputation is pretty f***ing true, right?
Yeah, I mean, I had to I had to talk about that in particular within this video because of the mere fact that it's 100% true. It's 100% accurate. This game is well known for being a piece of shit when it comes down to how horrible the community is, how horrible the game balancing is, how stale the gameplay is, how horrible the development is. So it's beyond obvious that, of course, people are gonna call that out. The amount of people I've heard, whether it be even Queso previously, Flats now, or another creator here or another creator there, everybody is in agreement that this community is horrible, the game is horrible, the development is terrible. Like, goes without saying that is the case. You have to be living under a rock or having the craziest tinted eyeglass wear to be able to sit here and say that that's not true. Like, the copium that you need to be huffing for that is insanity. Like, let's be so for real. Let's be so for real. Honestly. Let's be so for real. And there is no nuance to be had. That's the other part that I wanted to touch on as well. What nuance is there to be had, brother? What nuance is there to be had when it is obvious? There is no nuance to be had. It's obvious. The community is trash. Like, I've been saying this since forever at this point. And I don't even consider myself or even my community as a part of the DBD community, because the community that we have here are interested in many things beyond the DBD garbage slop. We actually, I'm assuming a lot of us enjoy other games. We enjoy other things. We want to actually focus on other stuff. A lot of us probably don't even play the game anymore, myself included. I don't even play the game. If it's on stream, then yeah, sure. But I don't play the game otherwise. I'm like, what the hell? What do you think this is? I'm not trying to give myself a bad time for no reason. It's terrible.
Worse than this game. First off, you're comparing shit to shit. Like, who stinks smells worse at that point? Realistically, you're not winning any arguments at that point. Third off, though, there's a lot of people that also argue like, oh, you know, Dead by Daylight has like a community that's like a lot more welcoming to people that are like marginalized groups, and that is likely true. I play Overwatch, I understand that, right? That doesn't excuse the fact that a lot of people in the communities that these games have, and Dead by Daylight specifically, has a reputation for going above and beyond for things small as not playing by a social rule that's made up by the game. You might say like, oh, I played Overwatch one time or Rivals one time and people slurred me out because I was not playing the correct.
So I wanted to quickly cover this part because this is 100% accurate. I mean, sure, you could sit here and say that, oh, this community is so welcoming of everybody. but not really. I mean, on the surface they can show that, or on the surface they can go extremely hard to promote those things and to show those things and have all of these events and characters that are so diverse and da 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 da. Cool. On paper, on the surface, for everybody on the outside looking in, hey, that looks great and all. But that's irrelevant when it comes down to the actual game, the actual community, the actual everything else included. And that's what v.h.s.x is talking about. It's like, man, hey, maybe that could be the case. But even so, like, that doesn't necessarily excuse the fact that that community is still horrible. The game and everything else around it is still ass. It's not like that magically changes anything. Let alone the fact that he's talking about the invisible rule book that magically exists, that everyone needs to magically follow, which, like I keep saying, is fictional and does not exist. And it's crazy to me that there are a lot of new people that don't even realize that that even has been a thing and continues to be a thing even now. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people who were even around to hear about that, I hope and pray that they're not playing this goddamn game anymore. It goes without saying.
Yes, that happens too in those games. Yes, that's also not a good thing. But also, I have not really heard about people getting doxxed in Overwatch or Rivals outside of literally someone pulled like a 2017 Reddit thread. Like, see, look at this one person one time. I'm like, dude, like, hello? Because they didn't swap off of Star-Lord or something like that. It's unbelievable. The anecdotal, like, actually, this one person, it's like, dude, when a clip like goes viral like this, it has to be true. Like, most people have to view it true in a true manner. Like, it realistically, like, you might not like it, but that's what happens. Like,
this is exactly what I've been talking about constantly on this channel. I've been trying to kind of show you guys a reflection of the community. That's why I show you guys the forums. So I show you guys people even looking at DBD Instagram. So I show you guys the Reddit. That's why I show you guys these different examples. And we can call it out every single time. We can see right through their stupidity. And even when these people think that they're responding, they still get it wrong every time. They still cannot prove anything that we're saying that is what we're saying is incorrect. It's impossible. Because they're basing it off their feelings and imagination, and we're actually using facts and logic. We're showing the evidence time and time and time again because it's all public information that is easily seen. But these people sit around and, like I keep saying, use their imagination to magically believe that their reality is different than the actual reality of the world. It's just how it is. I've shown you guys in so many different videos up to this point that, like, this community is terrible. They're genuinely low IQ. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. They know nothing about the game. They're extremely entitled. The balancing is all off the wazoo at this point. Like, it's completely, like, in the gutter. You know what I'm saying? And they've completely favored the one side to the point that it's like it's irrelevant to even consider playing killer at this point unless you just want to have a bad time. It's like there's such a gigantic list of issues. And then there's people that will actively say, oh, you're just complaining. You don't see anything good about the game. Because there's nothing good about the game. What is there? Like, I can say, hey, the cosmetics look cool. Hey, I'm glad that they're, like, it revived a couple of licenses, like Silent Hill or something like that, to the spotlight. You know, okay, cool. But any other popular game could do that. Like for example, Jason has been seen on what? Fortnite, Call of Duty, like before this. So, like, it's not even as if, like, oh, these are the characters that we're just never seeing. Like, no, we have different ways of seeing these characters. So the issue obviously then becomes, why is this game still going? Number one. But two, why are people still playing this piece of shit game? I just don't get it. I don't ever play the game, and I forget that the game even exists some of the times. Because it's such a boring experience. Like, when you only want to play as your favorite characters and you can't even do that because of how horrible the balancing is, it's like, where's the fun? You go in trying to play as some of the strongest, most insane characters in horror fiction, and then they get bodied by a piece of wood and a bunch of gens get done. You're like, the hell kind of game is this nonsense? Like, what? Like, there's no power in the quote-unquote power roll. And then you have the gaslighting to top it off? Like, yo, come on, man. It's insane.
If I said a statement right now that was so incredibly far-fetched, like, dude, I went outside today and I swear to God, the sky was neon. Okay, that guy's fucking nuts, and they moving on. So it's like it's kind of funny to just witness this meltdown over. You can see in the clip, just an off-topic, like what do people think about Dead by Daylight? Yeah, I played it. It was okay. It wasn't like my favorite thing. Like, realistically, I think it's a party game that's really fun to play with friends that they turn into a live service to just keep making more money off of. Rules, not just by the game, but you have to know the social rules. You're not getting that. You're watching, unfortunately, just normal people having a normal conversation, not a literature discussion about a game. Like, that's just like how it is.
So that I wanted to touch on as well is because we have people that can disagree as much as they want. Fine. But the fact of the matter is that this isn't the only person that's saying this. This is not the only time we've ever heard of this. He's not off the mark at all. People who are a part of the community see it for what it is. That actually are at least a part of my community at the very least, or at least watch the videos, can tell you with confidence, like, yeah, like everything we're seeing here is only further just proving the same point over and over again. It's like, I just take my advice, stop playing the goddamn game already, dude. If you play killer, stop. They don't care about your experience. They've shown it. Every update, it has just been constant ways to drop kick the killer players. Never is it ever gonna be fun for you. It just isn't. And sure, maybe you're new to the game, or you just play against, like, you know, beginners, or you're a beginner yourself, and so it's easy for you and you're having fun. Fine. So my advice to you, if you're doing that, is try your best to hold on to that experience. Because the second you start going against competent players, everything else will follow right after. But you can't sit here and say that that's not everyone's experience. That's the one thing that I advise if you are that type of person. You can't magically say everybody's wrong because your specific experience is magically going to be different than everyone else. Oh, you're just wrong. It's like, no, you're an outlier within the greater amount of hours that everyone else has. You're at the beginning stage where everything is fresh and exciting. When you're going through the trenches of this game, you see everything, and you understand everything for what it is.
The original tweet, they actually privated it originally because it was like getting so bad that people were like either personally attacking me or doing other stuff, which, by the way, I've been on the internet for years. It's not a big deal. I don't care. But they felt bad because, like, they're a viewer, they like me, they like the stream or whatever. And so, like, they tried to private it, but the quotes were so insane from, like, literally deranged people in Dead by Daylight that it spiraled to the point where they felt like they needed to delete it. So, like, that kind of proves the point, though, no? Because if it wasn't as toxic, quote unquote, which, by the way, I wasn't even talking about the community itself realistically. I was talking about how the game that interacts with the community and how people react to it. Doesn't that kind of prove the point, though? You know, if people go...
Yep, that right there, once again, this is something important that we need to mention. If the DBD community wasn't a sewer filled with diarrhea and mold and every other funky little slime that they use to make the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and all that other shit, then why is it that the person who put up a tweet is having to not only private but then delete the same post because they're being harassed? And you know, the last time we've actually seen the DBD community do this is last time when, in the last anniversary, because the anniversary is pretty much here, right? The last anniversary for DBD was a dedicated harassment and witch hunt type thing for a DBD developer on Twitter because they made a simple joke saying, I don't like Skull Merchant either, on a loading screen. So they went over there and started harassing her, so she had to, I think, either private or delete her Twitter. So what does that show you with the DBD community? Because if it was just like one or two people, then they wouldn't need to do that. But if they're getting harassed to such an extent what does that tell you? And sure, you can probably not be one of those many, but even so, this is sort of to show you like who's next to you, who is within this community. So if you're not one of those kinds of people, get the hell out of there. Why sit in the stench? Why sit in the sewers when you can be on the surface and hanging out with the normal people that just like horror and stuff? Like, why the fuck are we sitting around playing this piece of shit, right? I mean, I don't, but I don't really say that you should. It's like, what's the fucking point, dude? I don't care what update they think they're putting. I don't care what chapter they think they're putting. At the end of the day, the game will still be the same piece of shit it's always been. And especially with these releases of some of my favorite characters, is such as Jason and even Art the Clown. It's like, I know they're gonna fuck it up with Art the Clown too. I know they'll find some way to fuck it up. And it's a goddamn shame. But it is what it is. So if you want to see my Rivals stuff, link in the description. Consider becoming a member on YouTube or Patreon. Original videos also in the description. I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, let's go ahead and read off these wonderful members. We got Patreon, Crow Vader. All my YouTube members, Brando, Evil Blade, Cap Courteous, WTF You're Not J-Lo, Evil Peach, Hargan Falcon, Dole Whip, Noxus, Zero Mocker, Jack, Christian, and Crow Vader. Really appreciate you guys supporting, man. And if you also subbed on Twitch, just know that you got love coming your way too. Appreciate you guys, man.